Colonialism is a system of organized criminality. It's nothing else, nothing more but gang banging. That's all. Gang banging at the highest level that you can imagine. Gang banging in a suit, gang banging in a private jet, gang banging in the most expensive homes. Because when we think about gang, we think about people on the streets fighting for food, destroying each other, living in a bad neighborhood. No, 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 no. This one is Ivy Leaguers, organized criminality. That's what this whole thing is all about. It's well coordinated. The network is structured. They scrambled and they ruined everything in Africa for their own good. We keep reminding you guys, you guys tell us that you're smarter than us, that we are less than animals, and yet you stole for 500 years unabated, and it's still not enough. You leave me no choice than to consider you as dumb. Because I don't know how you can allow me to steal even for 6 months unabated, and I will come back and bother you again. 500 years is not enough. They constituted and imposed upon us a system that can never work for us, and went back to practice what they have learned from us. Because before they came to, especially in our land, we keep referring to our land because that's where we know in Igbo land, in the Igbo, we are all democratic in whatever that we do. We have what we call what is in English is the okay rule everybody. We have for we have for why, we have for woman.
Our portion, our portion, our inheritance.
Yes, everybody was thought of. Widows were thought of, orphans were thought of, even animals were thought of.
Yeah.
We don't kill animals in any kind of way. We respect them because we understand that it was given to us by Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Violence wasn't what we do.
No.
These people came to steal and destroy, stealing our resources, our way of life, even our people, to work on their farms, build their cities, and feed their children. We all have heard the story of the Igbo destiny in Atlanta, in Georgia, where our people, because Igbo people were in high demand. When they are selling slaves, they will say the Igbo people were fetching more money than any other slaves. That's why when you look at their record, their own record, not my record, they say 75% were taken from them.
Yeah, they will say Onyibo, Onyibo. I want Onyibo, Onyibo. That's how they got their name, Oyibo, Oyibo. That's how they got their name. Our people, when you are saying something wrong, they will nickname you with that thing. That's just what they do. That's just the way they catch fun. That's how they bear the name, Oyibo. Because They are looking for Onyibo to buy. When they get one Onyibo, they will now use him or her to multiply with the rest and then sell more. It's crazy. I can't even imagine it. I can't imagine it.
It's rough, my dear. It's rough. So at the flag independence, they appointed well-groomed agents, their Fulani Caliphate, to manage colonial structure that they left behind. What a way to do it, because the Fulanis actually are Nigerians, or so-called Nigerians. There are things nobody will pay you to destroy what belongs to you. Are you mad? The only way you will destroy it is if it doesn't belong to you. We remember the story in the Bible where the women that are their children died one child died overnight. God have given us all the clues about how these people worked. The owner said, please don't kill my child, let her have it. So in Fulanis, we are really Nigerians. They will never take orders from terrorists, colonial terrorists, to destroy
the land and destroy the people.
They will never. They will tell them, okay, no. So they knew what they were doing. That's why it was convenient for them to hand it over to them. These Fulani Caliphates appoint greedy power-thirsty natives as head slaves to manage the indigenous peoples. The likes of Gowon, Hamecha, Obasanjo, they will be writing Bible for us. Let's read the Bible and do a prayer for Nigeria. Oh yeah, I forgot. The Christian part, the religious part is part of the tools to destroy our people even further. The religious leaders brainwashed the indigents into accepting colonial system, colonial agents, and the predicaments of God's will. So that we will sit and say, oh, we're waiting on the Lord. Your house is on fire. Oh, it is well. Hell, God, don't worry. God will do it. I will come. Now, tune
And
away to the
and then you do 100 days fasting and starve yourself.
Unbelievable. Now we are stuck with this terrible and hostile system that will never work for any sane human society. It wasn't meant to work, people. That's why I try to know what it was not meant to work. It wasn't meant for your own good. You saw our video that we played earlier. The man said, "How can you accept your capture or captors?
Yes.
How do you accept your captors to teach you what will allow you to get out of captivity? Does that even make sense?
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
It tells us that system needs to be overhauled.
Yep.
We need to overhaul the system because the system was never created for you to move forward.
Everything.
So Nigerians are victims of organized criminality. It's nothing else, nothing more. Everybody in that, including the president, they are all victims of this criminal organization. They are victims of the forgery called 1999 Constitution, the so-called one Nigeria that my people will be dancing about for. They are victims of political class that they enforce under that 1999 Constitution. And then what about the pastors and the priests that is helping them to continue these criminal activities against the indigenous peoples? And we're saying it's okay for you to be who you are. These people are so wicked that they reduce nations into tribes. See, so somebody say, oh, you're tribalistic. This and that. Shut up.
Imagine.
I am who I am by God's design.
Exactly.
You are not bigger than my God.
No.
You couldn't be bigger than my God.
The Almighty God.
You could not. So the criminal enterprise now will tell you that me and you was reading on the same thing. When we can see there's a reason why God made in such a way you're eating your apple. The other person is eating their eba. You think that the colonialists brought that? No. It was set up by someone prior to the colonialism. All we're saying that you should be comfortable in your own skin. You should proudly Igbotic, unapologetically Igbotic.
Yes.
Proudly Ghanaian. All this, I don't even want to call it that name because I heard that they change all the names.
Yeah, those are foreign names, and that's what I tell our people. Your name will have meaning. Like we tell you, we are Ndibo, the ancient people. Like the Burkinabes, we say the righteous, the land of the righteous. Your name will have meaning in your local tongue, not in the language of your colonizer.
Or names that will be easier for them to pronounce.
Of course, that's what they do, because they will. That name you bear is a sign that you're still colonized and you belong to them. When you buy a dog, you name a dog. And when you call the dog the name, the dog will respond to you. So far you still continue to bear the colonizer's name, the name that the colonizer gave you. You are still colonized in your mind and everywhere. Start with that.
It's insane. When I tell people, when they ask me, where are you from? I say, I'm from Igbo Nation. They were like, Igbo Nation, we never heard of that. I said, yes, you couldn't. Said the colonial terrorists. They were like, what? Said colonial terrorists. They changed everything to a place called Nigeria, which is not any doesn't mean anything to us, the indigens. It does not mean anything at all. So look at the organized criminality that we are watching. This is the head criminal banger here called Amadi Bello, the one that said that he will make sure that this enterprise that is given under his care will remain that way and will never move forward. That's what somebody said. If this guy was really part of your part of the brotherhood, really, who wants their children and their future not to go any further? Does that even make sense? How do you even think about that in the first place? Oh, I forgot. You're not from there, so we are your slaves. So it's easy. Yes, that's what you tell slaves. They are not allowed to move forward. We never allow them to rule over us. or even have control over their future. That's why nothing is working. We'll go 20 steps forwards, they will pull us 30 steps backwards. You see that you're in a hamster wheel, you're not going anywhere. A hamster wheel allows you to run down, but you're not making any progress. You're in the same spot. And the Ninas has a template on the table for us to return back our sovereignty and our self-determination to the indigents of the land. And our people are still finding it difficult to understand the so-called, and then one has English, the educated people, this thing. And look at that, when something happens, they will come out one place and say, Nigeria is not working. It must be renegotiated. Let's go back to where they are. All in the name to join what is trending. They are not doing any work to make sure that our people understand the issues on the table. Oh, I forgot, they are working for themselves. Right? It's all about what they are getting. So every now and then they will come and lend their voices as if they are part of what's going on. But they are not. These people, all of them had first-hand information about what we needed to end this hell for our people. What we needed to end this God-forbidden prison yard for our people. What did they do? They take position with IMF, World Organization, financial organizations. Some of them will take one universities. They're paying them thousands or whatever, and they will not mention anything. So at the end of the day, it's all about what they will get. And our people are there promoting them. Oh yeah, only Igbo no Ishindi Harvard, only Igbo gara na Yale. There's an Igbo person. My dear brothers and sisters, they are working for themselves. Please.
That's what it is.
That's all.
Oh, the most influential person on earth. Yeah, they'll say the most inflation. No, they say the most influential person on earth. Do you know how powerful she is? Powerful and then powerful to yourself. What of your community? What of your people? We tell our people that this is caliphate agenda of conquest. And Nina's 5-point proposition for sovereignty and self-determination restoration can cancel this agenda. You don't need to keep running around, running up and down. Just understand the proposition and understand how you execute it in your own area. We say kudos to our Yoruba brothers and sisters. We're getting feedback. We heard what you did this past week in your land in terms of mobilizing your own people around what we work. Not targeting to get to Aso Rock to put a head slave there. That is the assignment of the slave terrorists, the monsters, the colonial terrorists, like my sister said. That is their plan. So they want you to keep running around. Yes, I want my brother in Aso Rock. I want my sister in Aso Rock. I want my mother in Aso Rock. That's not how it's supposed to be. If you have the right system, anyone can be in Aso Rock. Because all you will be there, you will be like a servant. We will be telling the person what to do. But because the system is the colonial system, you are targeting to get your own person in Aso Rock so that you bring the cake to your own side. So that's why we keep telling you that the system is. So kudos. And then those in Middle Belt, and then those in Igbo land also, those that are sincere, because we know Igbo land is infested with insincere people. I'm not sure.
You can say that again.
I don't know where they came from. People that now love the blood of others. We are not like that. As Ndibo, we don't play with blood. Like my sister said, even to kill chicken, you have to put the blood in the ground, because we believe our ancestors taught us that the blood of an animal is the life of that animal. So when you eat the flesh, you allow the life to return to Mother Earth. And that was why our land was very holy, I will tell you, because we do not shed innocent blood. We don't shed blood we don't do all those things. So you see people running around looking for who to slit their throat and do all that. They are not our people. That's why we're making demarcation. Say we are Ndi Igbo. We seek Igbo nation. that will make us respect our neighbors, whether it's Ijo, Ishekiri, whatever. We respect you. We will not rule over you, because that's not who we are. Thank you.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you so much. That's